Hey there, everybody. How's it going? I'm doing fine. I wanted to do a cool kind of effect on this embroidery panel that I'm working on for a purse. So I've got a couple ideas in mind. Lots of traffic today, holy. So, as you can tell, this is an old, like a picture of a 57 Chevy Bel Air. There's a cattail, sorry. And this is Angelina film. So, it's cool. It is iridescent. It looks kind of yellow, at least in the viewfinder it does. And of course, I want my car to be that really popular turquoise color that they were back then, which is, I love that color. It's a great color. But this is just not very blue, even when I mix these two together. There's opal fire and mint sparkle. And they're just not, I mean, they're opaque, but they're not blue. They lose their color. So I'm going to try a couple things here and see if it works. I've got a marker in the color that I want. Picked it out of my daughter's room. And I'm just going to color this. In the hopes that that'll help with what I'm trying to do here. I'm not going to worry about too much saturation or anything of the Peltex because, I mean, that's just not critical. There will be beadwork around and stuff, so. Okay. Okay, so that's colored. It looks a lot more kind of turquoise to me than it does in my camera's viewfinder. It looks almost like black and weird, but it's not, I promise. So, in order to layer these, I'm gonna need my scissors. Where are they? Ah, they're right here. Hopefully about that much. Now what's nifty about this stuff is it sticks to itself with heat. It's fusible, so I'm going to fuse it with an iron. Okay, well, that totally didn't work. Here's the piece of one of the layers I wanted to stick down like this, but it wouldn't stick because even after several minutes, this is still wet, this marker. See? And you can see there's little kind of dimples in the foam, or in the film. And that's from me ironing. That's the iron, those holes in the iron for steam. So that's annoying, but I've got another idea. I'm not giving up on this. Got some very inexpensive, 79 cents, very inexpensive craft glitter. And I'm going to use the green one. Figure that makes the most sense, right? So I absconded with my little girl's glue. Just school glue. And because I'm going to be beating this quite heavily, I'm not overly worried about the color from the film and stuff kind of not being perfectly aligned with this, because if I don't want the color where it's kind of gone out of the area, I can just beat over top of it and no one will ever know the difference. So I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to clean my area up, let this dry, and then I will try and iron the film on. Okay, this didn't work at all. I feel really bad that it didn't work. I thought it was just going to fuse. It fused to itself just fine, but it would not fuse to the Peltex. I thought maybe the glitter would give it a little bit of a grittier surface to cling to, but no. It wasn't going to stick. So what I'm going to do, so that I don't waste the film, is I'm just going to tack. I've got some blue embroidery floss, one strand of it from a skein of 6, the 6 strands that you get. I just separated it out, so I only have one, and I'm going to sort of baste stitch, kind of those long stitches. They'll be covered with embroidery anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. I just wanted this film on there because I wanted, I don't know, I just wanted a portion of the car to look shiny, like it had real paint, like auto paint on it. So it doesn't really matter how precise your stitching is at this point, because it's not going to be, I'm going to make sure to cover where I am. And I'm loosely trying to follow the lines of the pattern, or the, design. Just tacking away. If anybody out there can figure out what I did wrong and comment for me, that would be great, because it's totally not the way I expected this stuff to behave, like at all. I thought that it was going to just stick to itself and stick on the Peltex. Had I known it was going to be so silly, I wouldn't have tried. So I'm just going to go around doing this. Okay. So I've got this basted in place now. It actually looks pretty good. I'm going to, these scissors are too big, I'm going to trim a little bit closer to the stitching, just a bit, so that it isn't overhanging too much. But it made a really cool color. I like the color. Just don't like the way I had to sew it down. It kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, that was my experiment. By the way, in between, I left the glitter and stuff and the glue to dry for half an hour. It's been a half an hour, and it still would only stick to itself. And when I lifted it off, it was all stuck to my iron. That's why this corner is kind of wrinkly. It's because I had to gently peel it off my iron sole plate. Luckily it didn't scum up my iron, so I don't have to clean my iron, but just be aware of that. It might stick to your iron. I don't know if it's because there's a right side or a wrong side to this. I wouldn't think so, not with something like this. Okay, it's another day. I think I figured out how to do this. I took out my basting stitches and I covered the Angelina film area with, I didn't have parchment paper or wax paper, interestingly, so I used a piece of aluminum foil with the shiny side out. Did I use the shiny side? Yeah, shiny side out. For some reason, it sticks with heat. This stuff sticks to the shiny side of tinfoil. Go figure. So, if you only have tinfoil, you can still use it. You just need to flip it around the other way. I also used some more school glue. And I, touched it with the iron all over the place. The edges are still a bit loose because I didn't glue all the way to the very edges, which is fine. And now that it's had a chance to cool down, it's stiff, and that's all that there is. It's pretty awesome. That's all that'll lift. So, there we go. We figured it out. Alright. There you go. Anyway, be good. And thank you for letting me into your homes to show you my silliness at trying to use Angelina film. And, yeah. Remember to consider subscribing and liking the video, and if you subscribe and you turn that red subscribe button to gray, don't forget to click the bell icon that'll appear next to it so that you can see future uploads. Alright, I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye now.